Welcome to Piano Chording Level 1. In this series of 16 free lessons, I'm going to teach you how to play piano chord style and read lead sheets and even play from a guitar chord sheet. Have fun! In this lesson, we're going to learn to play all of the minor chords. And in lesson number 1, we learned all of the major chords, and we learned them in 4 groups. We learned the snowmen, the hamburgers, the Oreo cookies, the killer bees, and chocolate. And now we are going to learn all of the minor triads. Just as there were 12 major triads, there are 12 minor triads. So we can compare them and think about them beside each other. So a major triad has a skip of a major third from the first note to the second note, and it has a skip of a minor third from the middle note to the top note. And that means that we've skipped 3 keys here and we've skipped 2 keys here. So when we play a minor chord, we change the sound to this darker, more melodramatic, sophisticated, dark or even sad sounding chord. And this chord is a minor chord, and it was only 1 note different than the major triad. The major triad was C, E, G. Now we only need to move the middle note down a half step to the black key, and E then becomes E flat, C, E flat, G. So those 3 notes make up the C minor triad. And now you'll notice that between the first note and the second note of the chord, I've skipped 2 keys for this third, for this skip. And that makes it a minor third, a small third. Between this note and the top note, I've now skipped over 3 keys, 2 white keys and 1 black key. So that changed this into a major third. So we still have the same outside, but we've changed the distance from this middle note. And what a difference that makes. When the middle note is pushed that little bit higher, it sounds more triumphant or positive, and when it's moved down, it sounds darker and more serious. So when we play a minor triad, we could compare it to the major triad. So what's going to happen to all of our snowmen is they're all going to turn into hamburgers. We're going to take that F major and move the middle note down 1. Take the G major, move the middle note down 1. All right, so then if we look at the hamburger group, or the group number 2 with a black key in the middle, we had A, D, and E. So we can take A major, and if we move that middle note closer to the low key, to the lowest note, we then have a minor triad with 2 notes skipped here and 3 notes skipped here. A minor, A, C, E. D major becomes D minor, D, F, A. E major becomes E minor, E, G, B. So now we have the group 1 is C minor, F minor, G minor. Group 2 is A minor, D minor, E minor. And then when we look at the Oreo cookie group, we take that middle note and we move it down. So A flat major becomes G sharp minor. Now, why is this G sharp minor? Okay, A flat major. When we make, this is a little bit of theory, but I know someone's going to ask, so just excuse me while I take a minute to explain this to you. When you play the A flat major triad, you have 3 notes. They are all skips, so they have to all be space notes. That means every name skips a letter. So here we have A, C, and E, and this is E flat, and this is A flat. So when we play the minor, we now have this note in the middle, B. And when we play triads, we have to have all of the notes a skip away from each other. So we have to have a G and a D with our B. And the only way to do that is to have this be a G sharp and this be a D sharp, and then we write the sharps over here. So this is A flat major, and this is G sharp minor. So we can put a plus sign to indicate major. We can also put a capital M for major and a lowercase m for minor. But that's the reason why this is called G sharp minor. A flat major and G sharp minor. Okay, that was a very long explanation for the first minor from group 3. So group 3 is lemonade on Oreos. So A flat becomes G sharp minor. Then we had D flat major, but we're going to change this middle note to an E. So we have C sharp minor, because here's C sharp. So this note really has two names, doesn't it? It's called D flat and it's called C sharp. When we have a note with two names, but it's the same key, it's called an enharmonic, same sound. The harmony is the same. So this note can be called D flat, but it can also be called C sharp. So it's D flat major, or it's C sharp minor, because that E demands that we name the bottom note with a skip below, which is C. Okay, I think you understand. If you don't, please comment below. I'm not explaining it any further. All right, next one, E flat. There's your E flat major Oreo cookie. E flat minor is E flat, G flat, B flat. It looks like chocolate. All right, so that one moved down a step as well. Now we can do our actual chocolate, which was G flat major, and we can move that middle note down to an A, and we'll have F sharp minor. And the other two from group 4 were B flat major, which will now have two black keys at the beginning, and B major, which will now have D in the middle. Alright, so let's go through all of the chords we know. Let's play first the major and then the minor. So I'm going to place these two sheets here. And I'm going to start with group 1, C major, C minor, F major, F minor, G major, G minor. Group 2, A major, A minor, D major, D minor, E major, E minor. Group 3, A flat major, G sharp minor, D flat major, C sharp minor, E flat major, E flat minor. Group 4, chocolate, G flat major, F sharp minor. The B's, we have B flat major, B flat minor, B major, B minor. So first you should practice all of these minor triads in reference to the majors so that you see how they compare. Then I want you to go through all of those groups and play just the minors. So let's do that. We'll have group 1 minors, C, F, G, group 2, A, D, E, group 3, which is now G sharp, C sharp, and E flat or D sharp, and group 4, G flat, B flat, and B. And you can use your chart here to keep everything organized in your mind and learn them, but you want to wean yourself off of using these charts. You want to start to memorize them all. Then you can do them in keyboard order, just as we did with the majors. So we would have C minor, C sharp minor, D minor, E flat minor, E minor, F minor, F sharp minor, G minor, G sharp minor, A minor, B flat minor, B minor, and I'm back to C minor. So you could practice those in keyboard order, going up, coming down, and continue to practice your major chords. So in our next lesson, I'm going to teach you another piece of music, and this one is going to use major and minor chords. Oh, and also in your book, you'll find a written out version. Some of you prefer notation, and so you can see more easily perhaps why this is called F sharp minor, because of the skips in the chord comparatively. And then in our next lesson, we're going to be learning to play a piece of music that uses major and minor, and I'll show you how to tell which one you need to play, and we'll learn Blow the Man Down. I hope you enjoyed this lesson, and there are lots of ways that you can let me know that you did. You can click like on YouTube or leave me a comment, and if you really liked it, perhaps you would consider becoming a patron. See you soon.